Hey guys, it's Simmy, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 21st of March, 2021 to talk about everything that went down tonight on Monday Night Raw. I enjoyed tonight's Raw. I thought tonight's Raw was actually a pretty entertaining, enjoyable show. I felt like it didn't do as much as last week to build more matches for WrestleMania, but it did well in building up the matches we know of. I will say that. And there was actually a few pretty good matches on tonight's show as well. So that's a plus. That's a plus for sure. Also, we still got the whole storyline of what's going on with Seth Rollins. I'm actually we know what's the end game. But I'm interested in seeing how they get to that end game, if you know what I mean. So that's the thing. It's how many baby steps do they got to take to get there? Do we get it next week? Or do they tell Seth, and I'll talk about this, later. You'll get your moment. But the thing that we're setting up for you, no, that'd be too much foreshadowing of, hey, you can have a match at WrestleMania. We're trying to get somebody to do the match that hasn't agreed to it yet or something. I don't know. We'll talk about this when we get to it. But with that, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and Twitter.com/PWU Unlimited. Or if you are watching on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can either help us out by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can subscribe one of two different ways right here on Twitch. You can subscribe either with a tiered subscription or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime. Remember, if you don't want to pay, but you're already paying Jeff Bezos, whether that's Prime shipping, whether that's Prime gaming, you take that Twitch account, you take that Amazon Prime account, you link them together, bada bing, bada boom, there you go. On the flip side, if you're watching on YouTube, you can help us out over there with a super chat or a super sticker donation. All super chats do get read live on the air. And remember, you can also hit that join button down below to become a member of the channel army. As a member of the channel army, as a channel member of the Unlimited Army, you get early access to news, early access to podcasts, early access to non-news videos, and so much more. Plus, if you say, yeah, but I don't want to support YouTube any more than I already do, which is not monetarily, well, you can do it on Patreon. Patreon.com/PW Unlimited gives you all those same things. And finally, head over to the Epic Game Store. Whether you're buying a brand new game like Sifu or Elden Ring, whether you're buying an old game you haven't played yet or haven't played on your computer or whatever, like Grand Theft Auto 5, it's going to ask you right before checkout if you have a creator code, and you do. Who are you supporting? PW Unlimited. PW Unlimited. Put in that creator code there, whether you're buying a game, claiming the free game, or if you're on your PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch, playing Rocket League or Fortnite, those will ask you for a creator code as well. We are also brought to you by HelloFresh. We'll talk about that later. Broken Kingslayer says, I was hoping Seth would go the open challenge route, but I don't think that's how he'll get this WrestleMania match. No, I think they've jumped the shark on open challenge, because if he just comes out next week and goes, I can't figure this out. Open challenge. Then he's kind of going to look like a moron. And then people will go, why didn't this dummy think about that in the first place? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Know what I mean? As far as this show does go, show comes on the air. And immediately the glass breaks and Stone Cold Steve Austin's music plays. Crowd in Chicago goes ape shit wild. They're freaking out. They're thinking, oh my God, we've got Stone Cold Steve Austin on the show. What is going on? Why are we about to see Steve Austin? This was not announced. What? And it keeps playing. And no one walks out. And then all of a sudden somebody bald in jorts and an Austin 316 shirt walks out. But then you go, wait, what's the beard? Oh, there's a beard on this man. And it's so obvious. Kevin Owens with the bald cap on. pretending to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, and this crowd automatically, like, they show people in the crowd with their phones. They're like, oh my God, Austin's coming out. Austin's coming. Like, they're just, they go quiet for a second and then just they rain down. Boo! Boo! They're just booing the all loving hell out of KO. Because he fooled them. He fooled them. A bald guy with an Austin 316 shirt, jorts knee braces, but a big old beard. So throughout the whole thing, too, he acts like he's Steve Austin. Talks about himself, Steve Austin, in the third person, mimicking the catchphrases as the crowd yells "What?" at Kevin Owens. They loudly booed and chanted "You suck" at one point as well. Owens said that Austin didn't do much thinking when he accepted the WrestleMania invite, but that's because Austin didn't do much thinking at all these days. The lights were on, but nobody's home. Crowd then chants, "We want Austin. We want Austin." And Owens goes on with more Stone Cold mannerisms and this and that. And then all of a sudden, Austin's music hits again. And people think, oh man, fool me once. No. Now he's going to come out and say, don't do this to a crowd. No. Austin's music hits again. Crowd, he's really coming out this time. Never mind. And Owens is in the ring laughing. Got you again. Because even Owens, when the music hits the second time, goes, and then he kind of looks down and laughs. Music stops, and he calls the fans idiots. Owens then goes, the best way to celebrate this is with a nice cold beer. And the guy ringside throws him a beer, but he misses the beer. Owens and goes, oh yeah, that guy can't throw. Get in the ring. Come here. Give me that. Bring that with you. And the guy gets in the ring all awkwardly like he's never gotten into a ring before. And Owens is like, come on, put it in my hand. Hand it to me. Give me the beer. Put it right there. There you go. There you go. Now you can leave. The guy goes to get out of the ring and Austin goes, I keep saying Austin because he looked like Austin. Owens goes, wait, one more thing. And he turns the guy back around, gives him a stunner, pours the beer all on him and gets in his face. Guy took, is this guy a wrestler? I don't know who this guy was, but like the way he took the stunner was like he's never took a wrestling move ever, and they rehearsed it once in the back. That was it. This got Owens a lot of heat. Crowd hated him, and it did its job. I thought it was fantastic. I thought this was fan-freaking-tastic. In the back, Kevin Patrick asked Seth Rollins, hey, so about not going to WrestleMania, what are you going to do? Crowd's out here going, Cody, 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 Cody. And Rollins laughs, grabs the mic, and just goes, I need that. Let me borrow that, and runs off. He showed Rey Mysterio. He was at the IndyCar race at Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas, with Mario Andretti. I didn't expect to see that yesterday. Sitting here watching the IndyCar race and the pre-race and all that whatnot. The IndyCar race came on earlier in the day before the NASCAR race, so I'm like, I'll watch the IndyCar race. And all of a sudden, they're showing Rey Mysterio on the pre-show and whatnot. And I'm like, well, huh? What is this? Very cool. You got to take some laps in what do they call it? Oh, there's a special name for it. It's actually a 2-seater Indy car. And so we got to take a couple laps. Marlon Andretti drove it. And yeah, really cool. Really cool. Next up, it was Rey and Dominic Mysterio against the NXT champion Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. And I go, oh no. The NXT champion, I didn't think he would take the pin, but the NXT champion is getting beat here tonight. That's dumb. You could have got any other two blokes. But no. You got to get Ziggler and Roode. Like, let's look at the Raw roster really fast. Hold on. let's look at the Raw roster. I need this. I need to do this really fast. Go superstars, Raw. You could have got maybe you couldn't have got anybody else. Oh, got it. Hurt Business. We're Shelton and Cedric. T-Bar and no, they're not on the same show anymore. Cedric and Shelton Benjamin, this should have been. You should not be beaten, whether he took the pin or not, the NXT champion. Because A, he just shouldn't be losing on this show. He's the NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler. And B, the whole thing wasn't even about him and Robert Roode being in this match. It was all about The Miz, Rey, and Dom. So the NXT champion is in this match as an afterthought. So dumb. So, about a minute into the match, Rey and Dominic each hit dives, and all of a sudden Seth's music hits. And Seth comes out on the stage. And keep in mind, this is a 9.5 minute match in total. And he comes out and he's trying to talk about wanting a WrestleMania match and a WrestleMania moment. And he's got an idea even bigger than Austin. And then his mic keeps cutting in and out. He's like, what? This is dumb. Why are you trying to shut me up? And they go to commercial. Come back. And there's no explanation on what that was, where Seth is, what happened with Seth. It's just the match is going on. So Rey makes a comeback on Roode. Also, Miz was at commentary on Roode before making a tag to Dom. Dominic had Roode pinned, but Ziggler broke up the cover. Dominic gave Ziggler a cutter, but Roode responded with a spine buster. Dominic came back with a 619 and a frog splash for the pin. The babyfaces pick up the victory, and as soon as, Dominic barely stands up. Super kick. Excuse me. Super kick from Dolph Ziggler. Knocks him out of the ring. Dominic falls out of the ring. Rey jumps out after him. Rey then runs around the ring, and because Rey runs around the ring trying to chase down Dolph. Miz then shoves him into the ring apron, hits him with a skull-crushing finale, and there we go. Miz then pulls the mask off of Rey Mysterio. Dominic gets a towel to cover his face really quickly, and Miz walks off with the mask, all proud of himself, as behind him, Roode and Ziggler just leaving whatever. You made the NXT champion just look like whatever. This was ridiculous. This was ridiculous. I don't even know what else to say about this, because it was just you've got the NXT champion on here. You're using this to, in a way, build up and put emphasis on NXT. And then no. That was it. I was so pissed off by this. It was just dumb. Going forward, Rollins spoke with Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville in the back. He knew that they cut his mic. Pearce said interrupting a match and acting like a lunatic was not going to get him what he wanted. Deville told Rollins that he was the one who failed last week. Pearce told Rollins that he would see what he could do, and Rollins cackled. As we move forward, Miz was on his phone, I guess, with Maurice, bragging about stealing Rey's mask. Kevin Patrick interrupted and asked him why he took the mask. He said, because Logan Paul's a big Rey Mysterio fan. Been since a kid. I'm going to go get this dry cleaned and then give it to him. And hopefully he'll wear it on Raw next week. So they want Logan Paul wearing Rey's mask next week on Raw. That's an interesting one. Also, I do want to say thank you to New Jeffries for the Twitch subscription with Prime. subscribed for 16 months. Really do appreciate that one. They then recapped everything that went down with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar last week on SmackDown and told us that both men will be on Raw next week in Pittsburgh. We then go to a 1-on-2 or 2-on-1, whatever you want to call it, handicap match. It was Omos against Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. Match went 1 minute and 50 seconds. Crews and Aziz attacked Omos before the match officially started, all around ringside. They finally got into the match like 2-3 minutes later. And the match finally starts. Omos gave Aziz a scoop slam with one arm at one point before dropping Crews with a press slam. Omos gave Crews a tree slam, stacked him over Aziz, and pinned both of them. Omos then cut a promo afterwards that I almost couldn't understand what he was saying. He, I guess, dared someone to step to him on Raw or at WrestleMania, but no matter who and where it is, they will get dominated. Now, if you didn't see the news earlier today, Omos is scheduled for a singles match at WrestleMania, and the rumored opponent is Bobby Lashley. Yes, Bobby Lashley versus frickin' Omos is scheduled for WrestleMania. Also, up to this point, this crowd's been great, but they just didn't care about the Omos stuff. In comes AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. AJ cuts the promo as the crowd's chanting for Styles. He said that he's missing out on stuff like being out. He was missing out the last couple of weeks. He was sitting at home. He watched the replay of what Edge did to him over and over again, and he didn't want to talk to anybody. It upset him. It put him in a depression. He wanted just to be alone. He didn't want to be around his wife. He didn't want to be around his kids. Nobody. Styles watched Edge's promo with the mood lighting, he called it, over the past 2 weeks. But he didn't care about that. He wasn't here for answers. He was here to kick Edge's teeth right down his throat. Styles said that Edge would get the, quote, bulldog that he wants at WrestleMania, but called him out for a fight right now. He said, I don't want to wait. Edge didn't answer, and instead, Styles calls him a coward, and the music of Seth Rollins would then play. Seth was making his way down to the ring as we got more Cody chants. The crowd saying, Cody, Cody, Cody. And Seth basically said, I don't have the full quote here, but that's a rumor. Rumors don't make moments. I'm looking for my WrestleMania moment. I was like, boy, that was great. Boy, that was great. Again, crowd's chanting Cody. Seth looks out into the crowd and says, that's a rumor and rumors don't make moments. I'm looking for my WrestleMania moment. I may not have the right exact words. I'm thinking by memory. I had to write it down. But that was fantastic. Styles told him, cut to the crap. What the hell are you doing here? He's like, you know why I'm out here. You know what I want. Rollins was concerned for Styles and his health and safety. He wondered if Styles was even capable of facing Edge. Rollins suggested that Styles go home, hug his wife, hug his kids, fully recover, and then come back after WrestleMania. Styles said, what are you talking about? You're not taking my spot. He said if he could walk, he'd face Edge. That gave Rollins the idea. Rollins said, how about you and me tonight? Winner gets Edge. I'll then do what I should have done in the Hell in a Cell. And AJ goes, no, I'm just going to do what you didn't do at Hell in a Cell. Destroy Edge. He said, but once I'm done with Edge, I'll come back for you. Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville would make their way out to the ring, and Seth's like, what is it with you two? You two out here again? And Seth going crazy and just being just wild. And what's the word I used on Twitter? Hold on, I want to get the right wording. What did I say? Seth just being on the edge about not having a WrestleMania match. He's perfect. The way he's playing this up, the way it's just great. So they're like, Seth, we like your idea. We're going to make a match. It's the two of you. Winner gets Edge at WrestleMania. And AJ's pissed. And Styles is like, Rollins is like, yeah, all right, let's do this. We got a very weird segment that kind of made sense at first, but then doesn't make sense at all because of what happens. I don't know. They've been teasing dissension over the last couple of weeks between Carmella and Queen Zelena. And I did it again here tonight. So Carmella's in the back and she's just on her phone. And you can tell she's not really doing anything for reals on her phone, because she's like who does this on their phone? Like, you're swiping what? You can't even see what you're swiping because you're going like this. Anyways, nitpicking. Carmella blows her off and she's like, yeah, this is what I've been talking about, Carmella. We're the tag team champions. We have to defend our titles in a four-way. At the pay-per-view at WrestleMania. And you're not focused. And Carmella goes, yeah, 3 other teams. I know how a four-way works. WrestleMania, we're going to defend our titles. We're going to be the champions still. And Julian's like, no, you're not focusing. She grabs her phone and throws it. And Carmella's like, excuse me, what was that for? She goes, you know what that's for. You need to focus on WrestleMania. And she slaps Zelena. Carmella slaps her across the face. The two begin to brawl around a little bit before they fall to the floor and go to the ring. In the back, Styles barges into the GM's office. Styles told Pierce that he sucks as a manager and looks at Sonya and goes, and I've heard bad things about you too. Styles then said that he would go ahead and beat Rollins and secure his spot at WrestleMania. Next up, we had 2 of the teams in the women's 4-way for the women's tag titles at WrestleMania. It was Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan against Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Match went just shy of 4 minutes. Carmella marched out during this match and starts complaining to Corey Graves. Did you see what she did? Did you see what she did to my phone? She took my phone and threw it. And they're like, Corey, we got a match to call here. What's going on? And he's like, I'm busy. And I'm like, this shit's getting dumb. Are they building, and I'm wrong now, but I was thinking in the moment, are they like building to Corey and Carmella against Zelena and somebody in a mixed tag? And so stuff's happening in the match, but commentary's over here trying to call the match, and every like 30 seconds or so, or 20 seconds even, they're like, yeah, Corey's busy with the Carmella. Let's keep it this. And Corey's like, I'm busy over here. Don't distract me. And I'm like, there's a match going on, and you don't fucking care about it. But in the end, Natty and Shayna win with a heart attack. They called it an assisted clothesline, but it's a heart attack. After the match, Zelena attacks Ripley from behind with a kendo stick. Carmella shoved Natalya into the steel steps before taking out Baszler with a super kick. Carmella and Zelena teased going at it again in the middle of the ring before they hugged and showed they're on the same page. What? Like, they've been doing the we're not on the same page thing for like 2 weeks now. And then they fight backstage. And then all of a sudden, it was all a ruse? It was all a ploy? What? I don't fucking get it. Becky comes out to the ring. She pondered a question. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose their soul? Lynch recalled the many months she went without holding the championship, 15 to be exact. She said not because she lost it, because she was forced to surrender it. She said nobody's ever beat me for this in the last 3 years. She said that she knew she would do whatever it takes. She would do whatever it took to get it back, and she did. So what does it profit a man? This championship was everything, and holding it meant that she was power. She was glory. She was prize at the top of the mountain. This was her world. She returned, but the crowd chose Bianca Belair over her, and that's when she knew that she needed to sell her soul for this belt. She said Belair didn't know what it took to beat her. Belair could damage her throat, but Lynch damaged hers worse. Belair hurt her by accident. Lynch hurt her deliberately. Lynch came to take Belair's hair, but Belair wasn't here. Belair couldn't risk losing her soul, but Lynch already sold hers. Becky said, I'll see you at WrestleMania if you can make it. So I like this. I thought this was really good. It was like a no bullshit promo. She came out, she spoke, a couple little cheesy lines here and there, but for the most part, I thought it was really good. In the back, Sarah Schreiber asked Austin Theory about Pat McAfee's, quote, apology on SmackDown. Theory called McAfee a dumb jock who had no business stepping into the ring with him. Theory said that he could talk to Mr. McMahon, and McAfee wouldn't even have a job on commentary anymore after that. That'll get him fired. After Schreiber asked about his match tonight, Theory said that he was running out of storage on his phone because he's got so many selfies with Finn, and he's planning on taking one more tonight. Then we get the video that everybody's been waiting for. It's Veer Mahan. And it's your normal. Veer is, oh my God, what? Veer is not just coming. Veer Mahan. Actually coming on April 4th. Yes. Been officially announced. Veer Mahan is coming on April 4th. The night after WrestleMania, we're getting Veer. Finally. Finally. As far as this match is getting ready to start, it's United States Champion Finn Balor against Austin Theory. Pat McAfee joins commentary. Pat's coming out. He's just wearing whatever he was just wearing earlier in the day on the Pat McAfee show. And Corey's making fun of him, saying, what is he wearing? And long story short, an 8-minute match. Pat kept distracting Theory. At one point, Theory fell out of the ring. McAfee mocked him and did his own weird version of a crotch chop. Balor dropkicked Theory into the barricade, which led to a break. Despite what we just saw, Theory was in control after the break, though. McAfee railed the crowd. Rallied the crowd behind Balor, and Balor came back with a running forearm and a double foot stomp. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Theory rammed Balor into the announce table as he issued a warning to McAfee. Balor responded by smashing Theory's head repeatedly into the announce table, and it was funny because Theory had Finn, and he was going to smash Finn's face. And he goes, this is going to be you. You want this to be you? And Finn reverses, counters, smashes Theory's face over and over and over and over. And Pat's going, oh yeah, it's going to be me. Smashing your face. Yeah, I want that to be me. And Pat's just going all full Pat right now. It was great. And so Pat's over here loving every moment of this. They get back into the ring. Balor went for a coup de grace. Theory dodged it. McAfee distracted Theory again in the crowd, chanted for Pat. Theory and Balor exchanged counters until Theory went for the ATL and got a near fall. McAfee again distracted Theory. Balor rolled him up and picked up the victory. No Damian Priest, though, which was very interesting if that's the route they're going for Mania. I don't know. You would assume. But yeah, no. Nothing. We got one of them WrestleMania rewind moments. Gronk helping Mojo win the WrestleMania 2000, the WrestleMania 32 Battle Royal, but they didn't show Mojo actually winning it. They showed Jinder throw the cup at Rob Gronkowski. Gronk then spear him, and that was it. Not going to show Mojo winning because he's not in the company anymore. Next up, Chad Gable did a pre-match promo. His usual shtick. Shh. Thank you. So, Raw Tag Team Champions Randy Orton and Riddle took on the Alpha Academy. If you haven't heard, triple threat at WrestleMania. So RK Bro, the Alpha Academy, and Street Profits, the Raw Tag Team titles. So, Otis ran over Riddle outside the ring, leading to a break about 2 minutes into this match. Riddle then made the hot tag almost as soon as they returned, and Orton gave Gable a power slam. Otis got his way, so Orton decked him, or got in his way, so Orton decked him before giving Gable a draping DDT. Gable countered an RKO attempt and hit a German suplex, but Riddle had the blind tag. Gable tried giving Riddle a German, but he flipped out of it and hit a bro Derek to pick up the victory. Yes, you're right, since Saturday. It was WrestleMania 33, not 32. 32 was Dallas, 33 was Florida. So after the match, Otis knocks down Orton and knocks him over the barricade. He went to give Riddle a Vader bomb, but the Street Profits, wearing custom-themed Chicago Bull jerseys, which they should be doing this in every city. Like, this would be money if they had custom Street Profit basketball jerseys for every city and they were selling them. This would be money. Do whatever the colors are for that city, Street Profits, and theme them exactly however they put the numbers on in the back and the front and this and that. You don't need to put that city's logo. We don't need the actual Bulls logo. You go to San Francisco, you don't need the Warriors logo. You just put Street Profits in maybe a custom Street Profits logo or similar font to whatever that city's team logo is. So whatever the closest basketball city or basketball team is to that city, bada bing. I think that'd be a great idea. You don't have to do the shorts, even though they had tops and shorts. So, but I thought it was really cool. So they save Riddle. And Riddle was so happy to see them, he was going to hug Angelo Dawkins, and then Dawkins hits him with a spine buster. Ford follows it up with the frog splash, but doesn't quite get all the frog splash. Frog splash was just a bit short. So they go to do the replay because they want to show how high Montez Ford got up. And all they do is they pause it on a screenshot of him really high up in the air, which was smart because you don't want to show the replay of him barely, if not kind of missing the frog splash. Since Saturday, that's what I just said. They wore custom Chicago Bulls jerseys. They congratulated Gable Steveson on winning the NCAA Heavyweight Championship in wrestling. Then we got a mixed tag. Tornado mixed tag. Reggie, the match went a minute. It was Dana Brooke and Reggie against Tamina and Akira Tozawa. Reggie pinned Tozawa when the match was still in picture. Like, they're doing like a cutaway promo thing or whatever. I don't even know. They're like doing some like cutaway thing. And the match is going on over here and then it's over. You're ding, ding, ding. And they cut back really quick. And I'm like, what? You're like showing a replay of Tamina's head hitting Tozawa's balls or whatever. And yeah. Next week, got to go home for WrestleMania in Pittsburgh. It's the Street Profits against the Alpha Academy. Sasha Banks, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan will take on Zelena, Carmella, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler. Rey Mysterio will be going one-on-one with The Miz. And Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are both set to appear. Yes. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are both set to appear, which is going to be very interesting. But with that, before we talk about our main event, I do want to tell you that this podcast is brought to you by HelloFresh. Use the link in the chat or in the description below, or use my code POGSE3465 to get up to 16 free meals and 3 free surprises across your 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping again when you use that code or the link in the chat or the description below. HelloFresh offers so many recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of your recipe rut. HelloFresh offers a wide variety of quick and easy recipes, including 20-minute meals, easy cleanup, and low prep options. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients mean, well, there's less prep and you'll be wasting less food. Again, use code POGSE 3, 4, 6, 5 to get up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes and free shipping on your first box with either that code or by hitting the link in the chat or the description below. HelloFresh, they're here to make your meal prep and your dinners a whole lot easier. So they move on to our main event. This match goes 22, almost 23 minutes. I love this, except for, well, the finish, of course. DQ finish. The match itself, I thought was great. The match was really good. Styles hits a springboard forearm outside of the ring before the break, but Rollins took control during the break after hitting a neck breaker over the middle rope. Styles fought back and sprinted towards Rollins in the corner, but Rollins moved Rollins moved and Styles went face first into the turnbuckle. It actually sounded brutal too because you heard him hit it, and it was loud. Rollins gained control from here and had a suicide dive, which led to yet another break. Rollins taunted Styles and smacked him, but that just woke up Styles, who came back with a strike combo and a fireman's carry neck breaker for a 2. Rollins used a jackknife cover for a 2, and Styles followed with a facebuster for a 2. Rollins blocked the Styles clash attempt and followed this up with a rolling elbow and a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. They exchanged counters and cradles until Styles suplexed Rollins into the turnbuckle. Styles followed this up later with a rack bomb for a 2. Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, but Rollins super kicked him in midair and followed it up with a buckle bomb. Rollins went for a frog splash and Styles got the knees up. Styles once again set up for the forearm, and Edge would attack him on the ramp. Like, he's on the ramp side of the ring. Edge runs down, cracks him with the chair across the back. Ref jumps out of the ring, looks around like, uh-oh, what do I got to call the bell? Ding, ding, ding. And Seth jumps out and goes, don't say it. Don't do it. No, please, no. And your winner by disqualification, AJ Styles. And Seth loses his shit. He goes over to the announce table. He rips the top off the table. Corey Graves is like, Seth, calm down. He's like, give me that mic, give me a mic, give me a mic, give me a mic. This is bullshit. Rollins said, this is bullshit, bullshit. And next week, there won't be a Raw if I'm not getting my WrestleMania moment. He throws down the mic and he's like, this is bullshit. What kind of bullshit is this bullshit? Come on, this is bullshit. Throws a tantrum. He flips over the announce table. He grabs one of the paneling from off the turnbuckles and he just starts hitting the table with it. He's like, bullshit. And the crowd's over here going, Cody, 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 Cody. Show goes off the air. I guess you can call it a Bret Hart level tantrum. That was Monday Night Raw. Pretty good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of it, to be honest. Well, I didn't really enjoy much that mixed tag with Tozawa and them, but now I enjoyed everything else. So everything else on the show was great. I really, really, really liked it. So, well, I liked the stuff in the regular women's tag team match, except for the Carmella Zelena stuff was just confusing on why they did it the way they did. But other than that, I liked everything on the show for the most part. There we go. That was Monday Night Raw. Yes, Gabriel, if you saw the wrestling wrap-up this morning, we talked about Gable Steveson and what he's doing next. And he said in an interview to Sports Illustrated, he's coming to WrestleMania, and he's coming to do more than anyone's expecting. Not just, hey there, how are ya? Wave to the crowd, make an appearance. So, Gable Steveson, thinking he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania or something. But with that, if you want to let me know what you thought of tonight's show, you can do so by texting in to 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. But first, check the polls. As far as the Twitch poll does go, 67% like the show, 17% thought it was just all right, and 17% did not like tonight's Raw. As far as the Twitter poll does go, 64% liked tonight's show, 23% thought it was just all right, and 11% did not like tonight's Raw. And finally, the YouTube poll. 73% liked it, 21% thought it was just all right, and 6% did not like it. Let's check the text messages here. Got a couple. This person's asking about Cody Ross. I don't know who Cody Ross is. Probably mean Cody Rhodes. They say, Cody Ross, come back WWE. First off, it's not a proper sentence, and there's nobody named Cody Ross. Where it says, now that Cody is signed to WWE and part of Raw, do you think Vince will let him do stuff with NXT? For example, he could help Shawn in with War Games or stuff for his father's Dusty Cup Classic. No, Cody's not coming in to be working backstage. Cody's coming in to be a superstar on the roster, and that's all that it is, at least right now. It says Becky Lynch truly sold her soul to the devil tonight. Her ego has gotten bigger as days go by. Do you think her darker side will lead her to victory at WrestleMania? No. All roads lead to Bianca having to win. If Bianca loses, fuck ever pushing Bianca again. If Bianca does not beat Becky, she's dead in the water forever. Maybe not forever, but for a while. And this person says, who do you think wins the triple threat for the tag titles at Mania? That's a tough one. I would actually like to see Street Profits get it. I could see them just keeping them on RK Bro. But I'd like to see Street Profits. Why not? Let's go Street Profs. Street Profits. But with that, guys, that's going to do it for this Monday Night Raw review. But I'm not done tonight. I'm going to be jumping on a little bit later. Twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. Play some more of that new season of Fortnite. Going to jump on there. Hopefully Bangs joins me as well. Most likely. He usually does. Hopefully Bangs joins me as well. We'll jump in there, play some more Fortnite. We ended on a win last night, so maybe we can keep that momentum going. We had like 2 wins in a row. Total like 4 wins altogether, I think it was. So very fun. They're doing some new things. There's no building in Fortnite right now, so that makes it a little easier for guys like me who don't like to build. And they've added some new game mechanics as well, so we'll play that a little bit later over there, twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. With that, guys, have a great rest of your Monday night. I'll see you next time. All right.